Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mufc Realist TV. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. TGIF. We are cooking. What's cooking in Ten Hag's kitchen? Nobody really knows. We have the ingredients. We had a perfect transfer market so far, transfer window, but there's more to throw in that stew. What is Ten Hag cooking? We're going to find out today. But before we do, of course, I have scintillating guests in the green room waiting there, just waiting to come in. They're eager to talk to you. We have a special guest today. We're talking about Dan Caulfield from Red Devils TV. Personal terms, not a problem. I paid him a bucket loads of Snickers. He's going to come in. He's all speeded up. He's all ranted. Also, Jarvis just came in late, and I'm going to pull the Snickers from him basically because coming late. That's a penalty. You know what I'm talking about. But before we continue, people, you know what I'm deluding at. You know what to do right now. You see those fingers. Don't be like greedy glazer fingers. We don't take dividends. It's free. Smash that like, subscribe, and all that jazz because we are on the road to 16K. I have a confession to make, to be honest. We are on 15,914 subscribers. That is almost 1,000 subscribers since our 1-year anniversary. That was on the 14th last month. Please help us reach 20. If we reach this far, here we sprint, people. Let's do this. Are you guys ready to rumble?
Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world
on Mufc Realist TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
Happy Friday, people. God damn, we are back. We are back. And who is also back? We're talking about Dan Caulfield on popular demand. Mr. Miyagi. I am the master, and he calls me Daniel. Daniel, son. Wax on, wax off. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me back. Looking forward to talking about Manchester United. That intro is absolutely amazing. I've not seen it properly for a while, so actually I'm very glad to be back. So thank you for everyone. Hello to everyone in the comments.
Oh, I take that for you. Thank you. Wait. Kiss.
But Jarvis, where is it? There you go. Jarvis, there we go.
God damn it, we have a kiss party here.
Glad to be back.
Good to be back. And Jarvis, what's your excuse for being late? People are waiting for you, man. Come on. Do I really have to do this, Jarvis? Do I really have to retract a couple of Snickers from you, man?
Don't take the Snickers. It's my favorite, especially the small ones. You get one in the bag, it's like 10 of them. The small
I'm
ones.
not gonna be nasty, but you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. Just joking. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was outside playing football with my son, actually.
Have you recovered from your jet lag?
Yeah, and a little bit, but they are still up late. So it's 10 o'clock in Norway, and he's 6 years old, so he shouldn't be up. But it is what it is.
I'm gonna expand like this, what's behind Jarvis' window again? There you go.
Oh, you wanna take a look?
Yeah. Oh,
It's a light outside. Yes, it is.
Okay, let's do this. It's like you can do this, and you can do that. Zoom. He disappeared. Oh, see, I have the power. I got the power. Jarvis in the house. What are we forgetting, people? We should start the stream by warming up and stretching as per usual, right? And what better ways to do it with our lovely VR community room that is kind of waiting. Yes. They've been desperately waiting for Dan to come in to have his say. They've been waiting for you. There's been like an absence playing Hugh Hefner somewhere in the house in Texas. I don't know where you hell have you been. We've seen you in it, in the laundry room streaming. People were saying you were doing sports washing. You were doing money laundry. I don't know what kind of laundry you did. And, and that's been kind of famous. That's been the theme, right?
Mm-hmm.
yours.
Well,
man.
now Dan can take over for me and do his thing, because it's been too much.
Oh,
Jarvis.
trust me, Dan. If you're around here, people in this VR room, they're absolutely nuts. We've seen it all. We won the lot. We peace, love, and yeah.
I'm seeing the comments there, and it's just coming up on the side of my screen here, and it's just constantly just this, and this. It's like you've got Jamie Wayne here. He's just putting all the laughing faces and stuff.
Yeah. Big up, Jamie Wayne. Actually added a face to his name, so I'm proud of you, Jamie. One of our longtime moderators and members. Jolly with the pepperoni famous pizza is in the house. He's talking about new striker. What's cooking in your kitchen, Jolly, today? Like, because Ten Hag is cooking, and we all invited as chefs to throw in some ingredients.
Let me guess. Every Norwegian, we eat taco and tacos on Fridays. So Jale, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's taco. Yeah.
So you guys are Mexican, or?
Well, it's just a Norwegian thing. We eat tacos on Fridays.
Have you ever seen Norwegian Mexicans?
No. Well, I don't know. Maybe
going on the ski slopes, like, oh, get under the legs. Seriously, man. Come on, man. Come on. Listen, we got to shout out people. We're going to stretch. We're going to warm up. And let's do this together. RJ is in the VR room saying, big up everyone. Big up RJ. Jarvis. And people are laughing, saying, Jamie, ha, ha, ha. They love it. They love it. They love it. You got back. Hey, we need to take care of the family, Jarvis. The family. The family. Okay.
I can give you an offer you can't refuse.
Carlos is back for more. He's hungry. We got, like, the unveiling tomorrow, apparently, regarding our young striker Højlund. We're gonna teach you how to say the name Højlund. Can we do it?
No, it's no D at the end.
Højlund. Okay, Højlund. Dan, follow us. Look at my mouth. Højlund. It's like you have a hot potato in your mouth. You
know when you see women with hot food in their mouth, they do all this like fan stuff. Like, and with us men, we just do with our mouths like that, where we try and cool it down by speaking like that. It's just like that.
Now we have the unveiling of Højlund tomorrow, and Carlos is also. They have a point, Jamie Vane. Yeah, 100%. We have a super flying uppercut, which is direct coming from. Oh my God, it's an uppercut. It's a throw below the belt. Jarvis, basically Alien Tenno. Thank you, Peter, for donating another super chat.
Thank you, Alien Tenno.
What does it say? I give you the honors.
Jarvis has seen it all. He eat a lot. The Snickers was all that he got. Okay, I have to sing it. Jarvis seen it all. He eat it a lot. The Snickers was all that he got.
Major not Oh, big up, Peter. Guys, for every donation, I am humbly thank you. For every super chat, for everyone that joins, it's to support the channel, because we pay these guys Snickers, and eventually we want to be able to pay them paper right now. So everything that you do, everything that you are donating, we really appreciate. And that goes to equipment, that goes to better content, and eventually, as we grow together, we can start paying them more than Snickers. I guess you probably want to have a dime or two. Dime is also like, yum Marabou dime, if you've been to IKEA.
Well, as long as we can talk football, that's the thing we love the most. I have no intention of getting rich and famous. I'm just here for like a regular fan.
Yeah. ITNT, ITN.
I received my payment at Skittles, so thank you.
Skittles.
So thank you for
that. No fee, no money. Mason he deserves a chance. I'm saying what's ITN is saying. We will talk about that too. Don't you worry about them. And what does ITN stands for? Guys, any clue? Should we guess what ITN stands for?
I don't know.
I trust nobody. Sorry, mate. You fell for it. Fatty's in the house as well. Big up, big up. What will we do with our Bobby, our Fatty Donut as well, who is one of our members and moderators as well. Big up to all of you moderators. Happy ending, happy ending. It's not like happy ending. It's not like happy ending, Ty. We will have a happy ending at the end of the stream. ITN say that if it was your sister, yeah. Nico is also in the VR room. Dobro večer, Miki, kak dela, bratan? Kak dela, bratan? Očem normalno. Kak ti? Yeah, that was a Russian. My bad, Russian. Yeah, чуть-чуть говори по-русски. Давай, давай, братан.
Давай,
Let's
давай.
go. Давай. Okay.
Давай.
Yeah, durak. You understands what I said, that I'm durak.
Dobro večer, давай. That's the only 2 words I can say.
Dobro večer is Serbian. Okay, no?
Yeah.
Dobro večer. But I'm saying I'm durak. That means I'm crazy in Russian, to be honest. And so basically, Stephanie, what are we doing with that? Where Stephanie Griffin? Everywhere we go, always we see Stephanie. In every chat room we see her. You know what
Pick
I
up
mean?
Mick and Dan.
Are we missing something, Stephanie? He's crying. He's crying. Don't listen. He's crying. You upset the apple cart, Steph.
I forgive you. I forgive you, my child.
Okay. I will give an extra Snickers later. Don't worry, Stephanie. It's on me. It's on my tab. Don't worry about it. Listen, Miloš Mitic all the way from Serbia as well. Now we have a true Serbian speaker.
Dobro večer.
Dobro večer. Can you say that, Dan? Dobro večer.
Dobrovečka.
No, not večka. Pička.
Bečka.
Okay, ti si pička. Okay, dobro večer means good evening. Dobro večer, Mick, druže, konačno da u 2 iz kluba jedvam čekam da idem da vidim leđa. Yeah, he wants to see the game. He says, good evening, Miloš, and that's it. Yeah, listen, who else do we have to shout out? Simon Davis. Evening, everyone. Evening, Simon Davis. Good evening. Neil Driscoll is also here. Alien Tenor, Ricky, talk rubbish most of the time. Yeah, you guys are entertaining yourself in the VR room, so I can see that. But please, Lisa Jensen, what will we do without a Danish dynamo? We're trying to educate Lisa how they say Rasmus Højlund. And please, if we did it wrong, you have the right to give us yellow cards in the VR room. Please. We said Rasmus Højlund. No, Rasmus Højlund. Højlund. Højlund.
Højlund.
Højlund.
Højlund.
Højlund. No, at the end.
Okay, give me a few more Carlsberg, I'll be fine after that. A few more Carlsberg to Danny, he can say Højlund perfectly, right? Cool. Right. Mr. Satwat Singh is in the house as well. Glazes out, 100%. Yeah, about glazes out, guys, I have a confession to make. Well, actually, you know that have been watching me, and you know that are the true, followers of this channel, including Jarvis. Jarvis, remember 2 months ago when we discussed about the conspiracy theory? You remember that one?
Yeah.
We're going to take over. What did we say? That what will happen? And why is the reason why it's silence?
Because they don't want to ruin the transfer window.
Yeah. Guess what they are trying to... Now they are copying what we are saying 2 months later. Everyone is singing from the same Spotify hymn sheet. We were the one first talking about it. Seen Ben Jacobs yesterday on the United Stand talking exactly the same words what we've been saying. Everyone is talking. That means that they are listening.
I saw Sam People talk about it, and I saw Steve Housen talk about it a couple of days ago. So,
Jarvis, can you check your phone if you're not bugged? Get out of my phone.
Oh, it's spyware on it.
Yes. Ben Jacobs, get out of my phone. What are you listening? Get off. Swipe. Yeah, everyone is talking.
No, it's no secret. It's just using basic logic and knowledge. It's not that hard to figure out that they won't ruin the transfer window. If we get all the Qatari money in, everybody will be 100 million.
Oh yeah, but people were saying, "What are you smoking, man? What are you smoking?" Now who's smoking now, eh?
Say hello to my little friend.
Hey. You want to play rough? Say hello to my little friend. That's a classy one. Yeah. I was watching also Piggy today, Flying Piggy United Joe. It was like laughing. I sent him in a super chat. No, I didn't send up a super chat. I said, Piggy, we're frying bacon. He's like, yeah, I can feel it. Something's going on in the transfer market. So definitely we're trying to provide a voice of reasoning to, and it's working. And people like it. So enough of stretching, I think. Or am I just catching up on people saying Højlund, 𝒂𝒊𝒔𝒉 as well? Okay, Niall Flynn. Just call him Rasmus. Yes. Shh. Just call him Rasmus. Rasmus. Hi, lads. I'm finished nights for the rest of the week. Sorry, I haven't been around much this week. Nigel, you haven't missed much because we had a break, basically. So we only came back on Wednesday streaming. I am very busy working on my Lisandro Martinez documentary, which is you have to become a member first to see. It's very exclusive, 40 minutes long, interview with his agents. It's all about displaying his story from rags to riches, from the grassroots to the big stage. And Jarvis has seen small bits, but it's top secret.
I've seen a little bit, and it was fantastic.
Fantastic. Good. So people, please join. Smash that join button. You want to donate membership, also do so. But if you do donate memberships, you got to be quick to click on it and accept it. At the end of the day, if somebody gives you 5 memberships, big up to you for supporting the channel, but you have to, don't let that slide. Just if you want to become a member, if somebody gifts it, just click on it and accept it and follow these steps. Isn't that so?
And a little clarification. If you click on it and accept to be a member, you will be a member for 1 month. And after that, there's no obligation to continue being a member. So don't be afraid to accept it.
Yeah. And if you want to extend and support us further, just continue supporting us. It's only €1 per month, and that's really helping the channel as well. It means that I can give an extra Snickers to young Dan here as well. Wax on, wax off. Right.
And you get the cool green.
Skittles, not Snickers, but I'll let you off.
Okay, you've perfect. Okay, Skitters then. We yet again coming out an uppercut from below the belt. We have a super chat, and somebody. Fatty just gifted 5 memberships. Please, guys, quickly do something. Fatty just gifted a membership. Go. How do I do this? People, just in the top of there, just go there. I will see what I can do.
The green thingy and accept. I think, or am I wrong?
Yeah, I think so. Or does it gift automatically? Yeah. Anyway, big up for Fatty. Listen, Bobby, where is my thingy, man? Where is my deflated thing? Big up for Fatty, and also coming in from an uppercut again. This guy is amazing. Peter, Alien Tenno. Hausen talks pork pies. I actually like Hausen the way he talks.
I like Hausen. I watch a lot of Hausen. He's good. He's good. He's very precise in what he says, and he's not that negative. So I like him.
Fatty's a legend, 100%. Bobby is a legend. Thank you. And jobs for football. Evening, gentlemen. Evening jobs for football. How you all doing? That's the first time I see jobs for football. Or have you seen jobs for football here before? DJ Superfly is also here. DJ GJ joining our streams. Yes. So, should we just kick on the show? And people, let us know how it goes with that memberships. We are new to this. We're just learning the trades of this. I know that there's been some problems when somebody gifting memberships. But guys, it's up to you to accept and follow it and accept it. You have to enable it on your chat as well. Right. So, please, two waiting memberships yet. Yeah, so 3 has accepted. Woohoo!
I can see Sally, Devil Red 7, and then Mo Hamza Sain and Robs.
Oh, they got 3 new members.
To the club.
Welcome. Damn, this is like an deflated Arsenal balloon at the end of the season. To be honest, god damn it. Who else? Hello, says everyone. Mark Box is back. Guys, you're back. You're crazy, guys. Listen. Big up to all of you. Thank you. It's time. It is time to start the show. Now, before we start the show, did we all warm up? Did we stretch a muscle on the way? It's not like you have Marshall's hamstrings, the cheese hamstrings. Please stretch. Good. Vocal cords is all warmed up. That's it. So what we're going to talk about today, Jarvis, is a lot of things, right? It's Friday. It's more chill. I'm having my coffee. What are you drinking?
Well, actually, I'm drinking beer in my cup today. So
it's
Friday. It's Friday.
Closet alcoholic.
Let's celebrate.
Yeah, good. What are you having, Dan?
I've not got a drink actually, so I'm okay. I had a cider before, so yeah, I enjoyed that with my steak tea. But yeah, I've not got a drink by my side at the moment.
It's okay. Go on dry, man. Go on dry. Listen, we're gonna rev things up now. Okay, we did the stretching. Now it's time to run. Okay, now it's time to run. First of all, officially on this channel, we say welcome Rasmus Højlund. Tomorrow will be unveiled. Of what I understood, and I don't know what you heard as well. He's gonna get this Varane treatment. He's gonna be introduced. The question is, will he play? Will he walk in like that? What do you guys think?
No, he won't play. I don't think so.
No, I don't think he'll play either. I think that it'll be much like the Varane situation in the Casemiro one, where they come out in the suits and they announce, and here's Rasmus Højlund, United player. And I
you
think
said it wrong again. Højlund,
and he'll come out. He'll come out with holding his shirt and stuff with the kit number and stuff. That'll be the massive reveal and stuff. But no, I don't think he'll play. Hopefully, he's available for the Wolves game though. I would like to see him on the bench.
Oh yeah, definitely he will play Wolves. I think Wolf. I want to get into this. We have another super chat coming. Gosh, damn! Like they're punching from all the way. And this is I'm on cider and I've got commando. You're on cider. Okay. Cider is nice, isn't it?
I enjoy it. I enjoy a good cider.
Which do you like? Do you like, which
Kopparbergs?
I like Kopparberg. I like Thatcher's. You've got
Swedish Kopparbergs.
Yeah.
Kopparbergs is like, especially the pear one, the pear flavored one. I like that one. Okay. We're not here to promote any kind of illegal substances or alcohol or those kind of things. So we're not sponsored by Kopparbergs, but we're just talking about the experience. Last season, we were sponsored by 7-Up, by certain Scousers fans, but now we stopped because now we are sponsored by Mountain Dew because we got a Mason mount.
Yes, we do. Mountain Dew.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. So that is it. Yeah, some people saying regarding Goldbridge, something like that. Is Pitt's worst clickbait on the new net check? Oh, okay, I see. I try to sort of, I'm dyslexic, so for me, it's a sort of a tongue twister. Goldbridge is the Pitt worst clickbait on the net Jackanory stand. Yeah, but we got to respect everyone. There's a content creator. We can have an agreement, a disagreement, but I can sort of kind of agree that it's kind of a little bit of a click porn in that end. You know what I mean? It's getting worse in terms of how you're collecting, clicks. But it's a competitive market. On this channel, we're all about collaboration. And anyone, you see it. We collaborate with everyone. Like, that's it. And yeah, listen, at the end of the day, like, everyone has the titles to whatever you watch, whatever it is, your cup of tea or your flavor. You keep watching it. If you want real stuff, real positivity around Manchester United, you come here. Or you come to Dan's channel as well, an upcoming YouTube content creator. Go check him out, Red Devils TV. Don't you ever forget that name. I'm Mr. Miyagi. He's Danielson. Wax on, wax off.
I should have worn my Mr. Miyagi shirt. Actually, it's in the wash though, and I didn't have it washed in time. But I have a Danielson and Mr. Miyagi t-shirt. So.
Yeah. So basically, an explanation from Alien Tenor Super Chat saying, Mick, going commando in England means you have no underpants. Oh, you're Scottish. Let's go. What you got hiding there under kilt, son? What's that dingling under your kilt? Honest to God, guys. All right. So that got that under the line. But let's start with the news, shall we?
Yep. Let's dig in.
All right. So now you became miniature. So I did this like like this. But people, this is what's going on in the ether. Since we haven't done the Sunday roast, we got to look back at what's going on here with the transfer market. And there we're including young Dan in this conversation. Now, I did a video earlier today, and God, there's another Superfly chat coming in as well, which I do have to cover. Do I? Yes, I do. Nigel is coming in with an uppercut with $5, 5 big buns. Bing. Listen, I got to do this again. Deflated Arsenal balloon. It's been the same last few months, lads. One media outlet gives an unsourced update, and another one outlet gives an opposite update. Clickbait, click porn. Yes, Nigel, you know that, and people coming here, you get the, the voice of reasoning. So I'm the one that has to mop up after everything like that. That's how I feel. Listen, okay, back to the transfer porn. Are you ready? I mean, sorry, YouTube algorithm. I'm in a good mood today. It's Friday. West Ham double swoop, 60 million people. 60 million. We see the Chuckle brothers there. I mean, sorry to say. West Ham are closer than ever to sign Harry Maguire and Scotty McTominay Maxwell sideways. The process to sign him has begun. With the pair undergoing long-distance medicals, the records has been sent between the clubs in the last 24 hours. Guys, do you think this has legs, or do we call it PTSD still? Can we believe it? Dan, help me.
I don't believe it will happen. I believe that if anyone was to go, it would be Harry Maguire. I do feel like if a suitable offer was to come in for him, then United would accept it. For some reason, though, United have put a price tag of £45 million for Scott McTominay. I don't think any team would actually pay for that. So no doubt that's going to be rejected. But Maguire, I mean, a report came out about him saying that he felt disrespected by West Ham for offering 20 million for him. But I mean, I believe about 30 million would be good for Maguire. He's a good centre back. He's just not good enough for Manchester United. So I do believe that Harry Maguire would do well at a Spurs or West Ham and Everton, whichever club he's linked to. He just at Chelsea, at Liverpool, City, these teams that want to play progressive and attacking possession football, Maguire just can't play that system. So that doesn't make Maguire a bad player. Just that he's just playing in the wrong system. It's like asking I don't know. It's like asking like a cat to try and catch a bird out of the sky. It's literally just impossible.
Did you say catch a turd out of the sky?
A bird, but
a bird. I thought you said. I'm sorry.
Whichever analogy you want to go for. But no, I do believe that one of them will go. Who that is, I would say more than Maguire, because we're still linked to certain centre backs. We're linked to that Todibo of Nice. So no doubt that he would come in if Maguire was to leave. I don't like the sign of Johnny Evans. I do believe that, okay, we've brought back an ex-United Academy player, much like we did with Tom Heaton, but Johnny Evans just isn't going to play like over Martinez and Varane. And I'd say that probably Maguire would actually be better than Johnny Evans. I like Johnny Evans, but just because he won a Premier League with us 10 years ago doesn't mean that he's a good player. He was okay for Leicester.
But he serves a purpose, young Daniel.
I understand that, but for me, he's just not my cup of tea, and I feel like that it's a sign that takes us backwards, not forwards. And with Ralph Rangnick saying to us last season that we need open heart surgery and we need 10 new players, Johnny Evans just isn't one of them type of players, in my opinion.
Dan, you have an admirer. You want to hear a positive compliment?
I'd love to hear it. Yes.
Yeah, and it goes Edward Reed. This new kid looks a little bit like Phil Neville on my iPhone. New kids on the block. Seriously. Okay. Thank you, Dan, for providing your insight. I go to the man in the middle, the one with the brown face, the Hugh Hefner of this channel. Listen, what do you think? Like, is it like, like in Norway, when you go out and do some grocery shopping or some promotional, buy one, get one for free?
Yeah, that's a lot of the shopping centers you get that. Buy two and get one for free or something like that. But to be honest, I hate shopping. That's one of the worst thing I can do. Don't put me in a situation where I have.
You like selling. I understand you like selling.
Well, that's what I do for a living. So
okay, so buy one, get one free. So basically, Mr. Delusional, I'm saying there's a reason with the new FA Cup rules. Only the captains is allowed to speak to the referees. No swarming around the ref. We will be toast with Harry Maguire because he's not a communicator. We saw how he's running away from the refs. Let other people, and whenever there was press conferences after, he just send somebody else, right? I'm too good for this club to wear this shirt, right? So for me, I'm coming back what Dan is saying. I'm going to make a point here, and I'm going to ask you.
Yep.
The fact that they are actually considering offering a 1-year extension to Johnny Evans, who's 35, not going to play much. He's happy to sit on the bench, receive a couple of Snickers free massage, free lunch at Carrington, just to make a few appearances, be the senior leader, like, for the youngsters and kids. Does that tell you, Harry Maguire, you're not wanted here in this club?
Yeah, that's the thing. Signing Johnny Evans is pushing Harry
And
Maguire
down
the pecking order. He's down the pecking order, and it's a signal for Maguire to leave.
Yeah, but again, like coming back to what Dan was saying here. What did you say? Like, he said, like, he was feeling offended by the 20 million bid. What the hell? Are you for real, Dan?
No, seriously, that was a tweet that came out by a reporter saying that Maguire has said to numerous sources that he feels insulted by the 20 million offer from West Ham.
Man, yeah. Maguire, whatever you're smoking, come on, get off your pedestal, man. Seriously, if Jarvis, sorry if I'm ranting here, like I'm going to give the word to you, but if the gaffer has told you face to face, don't matter if you're going to boot camp, like playing Rocky, like to get back into to training. We've seen people coming back from training and made a difference. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is one example. He was also criticized, came back, made a difference. Same with Jadon Sancho, same. Harry Maguire, did you make a difference? No, he didn't. I'm still like Mr. Delusional FC. I'm bigger than the club. Oh, I can play anywhere. Southgate came out today and made a report to say that he will not play if he doesn't have game time. So, Jarvis, back to you, Bob.
Okay. We have two center backs. That's definitely the two best ones. We have Martinez and we have Varane. They will be our duo in the back. But we have Lindelof as the third and Shaw as the fourth backup. Now we have Johnny Evans in, so he will probably be number 5, and he will accept sitting on the bench, only playing every other week, 10 minutes here and there. So that's okay for him because he's at that stage of his career. When it comes to Harry Maguire, he's an important figure in the England national team.
Yeah.
And he wants to keep that place in the team. So as it seems at the moment, he will be number 6, and he won't play even 5 minutes here and there like Johnny Evans. So for him, for his career, it's better to leave. When it comes to the transfer sum, 20 millions, I think that's plenty, because we got to remember his salaries. It's about 200 to 250. I'm not sure of the exact number, but I think it's 225 thousand a week. So he's at least 100,000 over the other center backs. So, for example, if West Ham buy another center back, they only give him 100,000 in salary. Over 4 years, 100,000 extra a month, 52 weeks, that's 5 million a year. So over 4 years contract, that's 20 million extra. So if you sign Maguire for 30 plus 20, that's a 50 million signing. So he's starting to get really expensive. So people got to remember that his salary is ruining the wage structure in other clubs. So I don't think we can get more than 20 million for Harry Maguire, and that will be generous, I think.
Yeah. The thing is, we're speaking to West Ham I'm not gonna disclose, it's unprofessional, but Moyes is getting a lot of stick at the moment because he hasn't really. They're after to sell Scamacca as well, right? West Ham Scamacca. Yeah. He's under pressure as well because they haven't really done much signings. They've been this Declan Rice has been dragging on for too long. Now they got money to spend, and obviously now they're gonna start going shopping. So it's just testing the water. I hear what you're saying. 20 million. That's a cheeky bid. But Manchester United will not budge. I think they will at least demand 30 million pounds, knowing that they have money. That's the thing. It's not their problem. They have to deal with his salary. The thing is, what I'm trying from a player's perspective is, yes, you can sit on the bench at Manchester United for the remaining 2 years and not play any football, but that's not what you're here for, right? Rest assured that Ten Hag will not play him. He will not play him. He will get like 5-6 appearances, and he wants to get into the Euros, and still he loves playing for Southgate. He loves playing for England. So at the end of the day, you got to throw it back to the player and player manager to say, listen, his name is, his agency is Paul something. I forget. He's very, very also gangsterish. To say, look, his agent also went to say, okay, well, if you're going to get rid of us, how much are you willing to pay us out? You know how sneaky that is.
The thing is, though, so just to jump in, that Harry Maguire said that he's better. We pretty much come out and said that he doesn't want to go to West Ham because they're not a big enough club. They've just won the Conference League and they're in the Europa League next season. So they're going to be going against big teams, and West Ham can probably do really well in that competition. So I feel like Harry Maguire is not that he feels disrespected by West Ham. If I'm a West Ham fan and I hear that Harry Maguire is turning down us because we're not a big enough club and we've got Europa League football, Spurs haven't got any European football. And I just feel like that if I was a West Ham fan, despite on where we finished in the league, we've just won a European competition. I would definitely feel betrayed by Harry Maguire in that sense. So I wouldn't want him at my club realistically.
Yeah, but you know, Dan, if what you're saying there, I'm just putting in the mind of that player to see how read the room. Like, how can it is like me saying I made it to the top and I don't want to move. I'm comfortable here. I'm sitting on 200K. I'm playing for the biggest club in the world. I do understand. And therefore, where should I go from here? Why should I downgrade myself? In his mind, he's thinking, well, hang on, I'm beautiful. Look at me. Like, I'm this, I don't read social media. Like, I back myself, right? But again, you have facts thrown at you. You've been stripped down your captaincy. You've been like, almost replaced in every game by Luke Shaw and Lindelof instead of playing you where you were fit because the manager don't trust you. You're not part of his system. And you want to force yourself to say, well, I'm going to prove everyone in fans because I am Harry. I'm Prince Harry. I'm beautiful. I'm king. No, it doesn't work like this. So that's why I'm saying, you can stay, but he will not be playing. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm just looking what's best for him. Play regular football because I'm not here to slag a player. I'm just here to see, well, if you're not fitting the system, get on your bike, mate. That's it. Move on. People, this is causing a lot of debates, I believe so. But Scotty Mac, I think that Fred, they want to sell Fred, 100%. But Scotty Mac is a bonus. If they get money for Scotty Mac, definitely. But the thing is, guys, panel, everyone in the VR room, if you sell Scott McTominay, that is a what? Profit. Because he's an academy player. Yeah. We didn't buy anything. Like, he came from the academy. But the one that we're making loss on is actually Maguire. So it's actually a bonus. That's why I said buy one, get one for free. Cool. Gentlemen, moving on. Next story. What is the VR room saying? Fred. Oh, come on. Fred. Fred, regarding window shopping in Fenerbahce, they've been turned down. They are doing cheeky ones. First, they came in with the 5 million. They came in with the 9 million. They've been rejected. And everyone's starting, what's going to happen now? What's going to happen with Fred? Well, don't worry. Fred is 100% going. And that was even concluded by Fabrizio yesterday. He said, don't worry, Fred is absolutely going. He's 100% for sale. He's going somewhere. But the question is, where is Fred going, right? So also, Donny saddens me to say that Donny van de Beek, guys, I'm happy if he gets a move. But it's also been reported that the Real Sociedad is starting to talk, and the opening price is £25 million. That is astute. That is good. Dan, what do you reckon?
I feel like Donny van de Beek's been massively betrayed by Manchester United, but you've got to look at it an outside perspective. He's not done it under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He didn't do it under Ralf Rangnick, even though when he went out on loan to Everton before he got a chance to play under Ralf Rangnick. And he's not been played under Erik ten Hag. So there must be something under 3 different managers why Donny van de Beek hasn't played any football. I personally would love to see Donny van de Beek playing alongside a Mason Mount or a Bruno Fernandes, that extra creative type player. When Donny van de Beek has played football, I've always given him a 6 out of 10 plus. He never puts a foot wrong. He always helps up with link-up play. And he just knows how to play possession type based football. And I'm really surprised Erik ten Hag hasn't actually used him more. But Mason Mount is probably going to be that player. And Donny van de Beek will probably be on his way out. But again, I feel sorry for Donny van de Beek. I do feel like he's a very good player. The thing is, though, as well, is that before we signed Donny van de Beek, he was in the top 30 list of the Ballon d'Or. in that season at Ajax. He came 28th in the nominees, which is obviously quite low, but he was still ruled as one of the top 30 players in the world the season before we bought
that's
him.
A popularity contest. It has nothing to do with football, you know.
I understand that's
but you got to kill the family now.
But not to slag your opinion. It's good opinion.
No. I understand that. It's just that I just haven't seen any Man United players being nominated.
Good evening, Kev. How are you doing, Man United Bandcamp? Good evening, Kev. How are you, sir?
But I do feel like the best way to say that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did kind of ruin Donny van de Beek. The rumours were...
Yeah, but the thing is, he was never wanted by it. It wasn't an Ole signing, apparently.
I know. Right? He wanted Grealish, isn't it? And then the club wouldn't pay, and then we went out and got Donny van de Beek like a week later.
Yeah, but the thing is, Donny is such a pleasant guy, right? I'm the guardian of Donny, right? If you understand Donny's story, it's heartbreaking to see, right? So I was hoping that he will redeem himself this season, right? Because he was unlucky, right? You agree with me, Dan? So basically, he was recruited 35 million euros, right? It was a quick signing. Nobody expected that. Everyone was singing, "Oh, Donny van de Beek, Donny van de Beek, la 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 la." He busted his guts, and Ollie starts playing like he still played McFred, with the donut hole in the middle. Now this kid did everything in his power to get into the team. Wasn't picked. It was favoritism FC, right? The thing, he went on to do an interview, a friendly interview with 𝒖𝒊𝒄𝒌 𝑹𝒖𝒃𝒚, right? Did that happen? Did he make him? No, absolutely not. Finally, he got his move through David Lavelle, you know, basically David Lavelle for 365 management. I had him on my show before. That facilitated that interlink between the clubs. He went there to play. David told me he was very popular at Everton. He was given man of the match performances 4 games in a row until he got injured, right? Came back under Erik ten Hag, got injured again. The scissor tackles, knees. What bad luck! And now he comes back, first game in the preseason, scores. Yeah, I was happy. But to see him now going out, I was more hoping that, maybe loan him out, you know, give him 1 year, recuperate, play good football, you know, get your motor skills back on, son, right, and come back and see what we go. But hey, if that's true, if Sociedad wants him, you know what I mean? 25 million starting point, we take that, right? We bought him for 35, so.
No. Can I say something about that, Mick? You said that Donny has been forced out the team. He's been unlucky or not favorized by the manager. To be honest, I don't think that's true, because every time Donny gets a chance, he don't take it. For me, I have seen him play 2 good games, and one was the last friendly before the season, last season against Everton. Him and or 2 years ago, when him and Matic played a really good game together in central midfield. And the one he came on against Watford away when we lost 4-1 and Solskjaer got a sack. So that's the only times I've seen Donny play really good. He's always too scared. He's always too careful. He's playing it safe all the time. You know, there's some tricks and tricks there, here and there. It looks good, but it's not effective. It doesn't give anything back to the team. So it's up to Donny. You know, you can't say like he's a poor little kid. He's a grown man, and you know, he has to take the chance when he get it. And if he don't take the chance, okay, that's the way it is. It's 11 people. It's only 11 spots on the team, and the guys who want it the most get it, and they're the one who plays the best get it. That's just my thing. But
VR room, VR room. I let you be the judge and jury here. Which out of Dan and Jarvis deserves an extra Snickers for the points here? 1 for Dan and 2 for Jarvis. Before you continue, please engage and write your 1s or 2s so we have a vote here. Both has a valid point. Don't exclude me, because I'm going to read a super chat, an uppercut flying in from the, oh my God, we have punches coming in all the left, right, center from Nigel Flynn. Thank you for your contribution, Nigel. One of our members as well donated a €5 contribution. I think it's important to remember, Dan, that Donny played in a functional team that worked for each other, 100%. When he came to United, it was 11 individuals. God damn, what a good point, Nigel.
Can I just respond to that? And I completely understand, because obviously there was kind of no chemistry with the United system when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was in charge and Donny van de Beek came into that Man United side. And it was really confusing to me because obviously this is why under Erik ten Hag I thought Donny van de Beek would get a chance, because Erik ten Hag was pretty much the guy who brought Donny van de Beek through the academy. So with this attacking style of football, I was very surprised when we actually signed Mason Mount, which I'm completely back for signing, because Mason Mount, for some reason, nobody wanted this signing. And when everyone first saw we were signing Mason Mount and he got the number 7, everyone was saying it's a disgrace and everything. But I believe Mason Mount will come good for us. He was arguably Chelsea's best player for the last 2 seasons. Chelsea 100%. Feel very betrayed by him, and I do believe he'll bring a lot to us attacking wise. It's just the fact that United are now with Onana back in the team. Well, not back in the team. Now we've signed Onana. Now we've also got Mason Mount. We're now becoming a much more possession-based football team. But we still look timid in the final third. And I believe a player like Højlund is going to bring that extra. Højlund is going to bring that
Can we all start practicing Højlund?
You ruined it, Mick. Now we can't say that.
All right then. All right, keep going, man.
Okay.
But with that super Jarvis saying he came into 11 individuals, I do believe that that's kind of been our issue. That I still believe there's not much chemistry in the United team. You look at it and players don't know where each other's going to be. No one makes runs for other players, and I still believe yes, we're becoming a very good attacking football side, very good possession-based side, but the actual chemistry on the pitch doesn't seem to be there. And that's where I feel like United need to improve in the next one, and that's we need to be working on relationships.
Wicked. I haven't seen the voting scores. Who won the vote? I just want to say to a good friend, good evening, Kevin. Van Cam Kevin, I saw you. Oh, no. Brilliant video. Brilliant video. We have a legend in the chat room coming back for more. Big up, how are you this Friday afternoon? Whatever you're drinking, raise a glass. We have Kev Ashford in the house. Big up to you, Kev. And I want to hear one day you come on and play your Les Paul guitar. Rip a solo, mate. If you want to come in and have a say, Kev, as well, I can share the link. Just say good day if you want to. It's up to you. Or you just want to chill, being like a consumer of the show. 100%. No pressure here. What's people saying in the VR room, John? Okay, hang on. We have Lisa saying here, Højlund. Lisa is Danish, Højlund. Which means high hill or something.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. Kev is drinking red wine.
Stay close to me.
All right.
UB40 people.
UB40. Yeah. So there's no vote here. There's no people. You didn't vote. Whatever. We got to kick on with the show, man. We got to rip up Haaland. Yeah, that's what Fatty's saying. Listen, guys. All right. Now, we talked about Fred. All right. Pastor Fred. What's the mystery? What do you think? Fenerbahce was that window shopping. It reminded me like Jurgen Klopp, like, I have no money, but I want him. Right?
Yeah, when it comes to Fred, to be honest, what is Ten Hag thinking? Because he has McTominay, he has Fred, and he has Donny. I think 2 of them has to go. So who would he keep? If you were Ten Hag, who would you keep of those 3?
Well, considering his homegrown talent quota, 100% has to be Scott McTominay. So McTominay is not for sale. Fred is 1 year left on his contract. Actually, I would argue to say that Fred had a better season than McTominay last season. So I would rather keep Fred. But 1 year left on his contract, 100% saying that he's going. Fenerbahce is window shopping, but I have a little bit surprise for you as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the surprise?
Okay. We all know that with the sales of Donny, right? With the sales of Maguire, with the sales of everyone else, that means that you have to, if you sell one midfielder, you have to you have a vacancy spot to fill, right? You need to recruit. And we all know who that is. That is Amrabat. For me, Amrabat is done deal. It's all done and dusted. There's a pre-agreement. What media and Fabrizio Romano is saying, they're really playing catch up. What they've been doing for the past couple of weeks is negotiating the fee. Personal terms, not a problem. He's pre-committed himself to, he only wants to play for Manchester United. So that's, for me, it's a done deal, right? They were focusing on getting Højlund over the line. Now they will go back to sort of negotiate. I was hearing there was 25 plus 5 add-ons, which is where they left it. So for me, it's pretty much like this. But interesting enough, I was just checking in earlier today. Let me add this to the stage. Voila! Papa! Secret deal. Where's the horror movie? Where's the drum rolls? Where's the tension? We. Okay, secret bomba of today. As a secret bomba, Fabrizio, I'm challenging you now. Secret bomba is also this been conversations. What's going to happen to Fred? I was told today, honest to God, they're talking about a potential swap deal with Fred and Amrabat. Fred is a box-to-box. Amrabat is also number 8. Exactly. But Amrabat is a box-to-box, and he's also number 6. Guys, legs, no legs. Do you think this is a good swap deal? I don't know if there's going to be some cash in between, but does this make sense to you?
I would say that it would be an interesting deal, but I was under the impression that Fred was off to Galatasaray in Turkey.
No, they rejected it.
Oh, did they reject it? Okay. Well, but I would not turn this deal down. I would definitely have Amrabat. Is it definitely an upgrade on any other midfielder we currently have, whether it's McTominay, Donny van der Beek, or Fred? I would definitely like to see Amrabat come in as that 12th man. So when we're playing a team like Luton, for example, we'd have Mason Mount, Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. But then if we're going up against Man City, Liverpool, where we need that extra defensive cover, Amrabat would come in for Mason Mount, and then we'd have that more defensive cover in that sense. But just because Amrabat is a primary defensive type player, he had the most progressive pass into the final third in Serie A last season. He also has the majority of most tackles. So Amrabat, for me, for such a low price of 25 million, it just shows that United are starting to make these signings where we don't need to go out and spend 50 million pounds on these constant potential superstars. It's these grafting players that you actually do need. Look at how Man City signed Gundogan from Dortmund, and look how his career went at Man City. Now he's left for Barcelona. I believe Amrabat can definitely be our Gundogan almost, and I would definitely want to see him at the club.
Yep, 100%. Jarvis, Lucky Singh saying, I'm waiting for breaking news that Fulham will agree 15 million pounds to 20 million pounds for Fred. So he's going somewhere, but one of the plausible costs, what they've been talking about, ears on the ground here, saying they've been discussing a Fred swap deal for Amrabat. Now, Fred in the Italian league would suit him 100%. I think it will be a good swap. They will not, basically, they already, he will not be a Fiorentina player anyway. So, what about a swap? Amrabat wants to come to United. Fred, will he be convinced to go down to Italy? Like, take care of the family,
I have read that that Fiorentina are chasing the Juventus midfielder Arthur Melo.
Arthur Melo, yeah.
Yeah, he played for Liverpool one time, but I'm not sure what Fiorentina is going to do. But the thing is, I think also here we have a problem with salaries. Fred's on 120k a week. The average salary in Fiorentina is 29,900.
Yeah.
So there's 100,000 gap there.
VAR room saying it's a box clever deal, 100%. It's a box breaker. Fred Flintstone saying Fred Flintstone for Fiorentina is a swap deal for Amrabat. That will be a great deal. Swap Fred. What Neil Driscoll is saying for Fred. Yes, swap Fred for Fred. Sorry, did I say that? Swap Fred for Amrabat. So people think that is a good deal, pretty good deal, 25 plus 5 add-on. We will see what that will, because Manchester United are a student negotiation right now. They will not overpay for the 1 year left on the contract. They know he only wants, they want to get rid of him. They want to move on as well. So yeah, 100%. Yo, what I'm going to do.
Box have one here. He said Arthur Melo is already gone to Fiorentina. So
yeah,
they have already replaced. I don't think it will happen.
Sorry, just pushing a vape here, getting more energy. Listen, so that is the secretive stuff today, but we're not done yet. So what we might do after with this presentation is anyone that wants to come in and have a say within this community, I will share the link, come in, have a say, interact with us, and then we finish off the call. I will post it in later on in the chat room. Kev, if you're listening, if you're not too drunk, come in. Don't matter. Just don't be drunk. I mean, don't be nude. I'm sorry, man. Anyone that wants to come in as well, come in and have a say, 100%. But let's continue, because what is the story with Harry Kane. This is the Lord of the Rings Part 3 of this transfer window, people. I mean, what is this? What's going on? It is pretty much that Bayern Munich refuse to go away. They're like a stalker, like this annoying stalker. Like, you don't really want this girl to chase you or boy to chase you, whatever you swing. But these people then don't want to go away. They just keep stalking you. They rock up to London to schedule a lunch that was cancelled. And now the latest what I heard is they are caving in to Daniel Levy, basically. That's they are willing to go all the way, to dance all the way to the midnight. 100 million is been reported, what's been offered, plus more. That was the latest that I heard. Now, people, it's down to Honka Kane and it's down to Daniel Levy. Don't be an L. Show it what you got. Show that you got cojones. End this saga. You're going to stay, you're going to go. What are you guys thinking in the VR room? What you are guys thinking? Dan, I want to hear your opinion as well regarding this, Dan.
With Harry Kane, I mean, he was definitely Erik ten Hag's priority striker at the start of the window, and I would have 100% took Harry Kane at Manchester United. But it just seems now that Daniel Levy has ruled out that for Manchester United, he doesn't want to sell to a Premier League rival. So I do believe that I don't believe Harry Kane will actually go to Bayern Munich. I do believe that he will stay at Spurs, and I think he'll actually end his career at Spurs. I don't think he has the ambition. I feel like, much like Harry Maguire, he wants to stay at the club where he's comfortable. He wants to break Alan Shearer's record, and I feel like that with all the trophies that he could have won at Man City before Haaland joined, he had the opportunity to join Man City, and all these other potential trophies he could have gone out and won for Bayern Munich, for example. I do believe he has zero ambition and actually wants to stay at Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, Jeff Steele is agreeing. Kane no show. Why pay 100 million for a 31-year-old? Ridiculous. 100%. I mean, we're not going to spend more time on this, Jarvis. So I want you to have your final say on that, Well, because I also said in the very first beginning, even speaking to the brilliant Graham Bailey from 90 Minutes, he said Kane ain't going nowhere. I agree. Kane wants to break the record. So either if he would be a Bayern player, he would be a Bayern player a long time ago, because Bayern, they are very fast with the business. Now, they've been dragged in the mud here, basically. So they are desperately trying to get him over the line. But it's down to, it's a game of poker, isn't it? If they don't sell him, they're going to lose out on a free transfer because he's not going to renew his contract. So if I was Harry Kane, personally, I would run down my contract and pick my destination next season. What do you think?
Well, I would love Kane, of course, in our club because we need another striker. But I think we're at we have come to a stage when it comes to transfer that this year we look more sensible. We do more sensible signings, and signing a 31-year-old for 100,000 or a 10 that's not a good deal. Will Kane play for us? Yeah, maybe next year if he comes on the free. But I don't think we will spend that kind of money on Kane. We have so many holes in our squad that we need to fill, and we can't use them on Kane at the moment, sadly. But I would love to see him in the club, of course.
True. Let's park the Kane. Let's see what happens. This is the, Lord of the Rings, my precious. Let's see how they will happen. Dan, are you with us? Are you tweeting away? Because people wake up now. If you are sleeping,
checking this now. I'm just checking something. But no, with this whole incident with Harry Kane, I like Jarvis said, I'd love him at Manchester United, but again, I do believe he'll run down his contract.
People, as a disclaimer, warning, what you're going to see right now. Close your eyes if you don't like it. Close your ears if you don't want to hear it. But we got to talk about it. We're not going to spend much time to it. And of course, we are talking about this situation as well, right? We are talking about Ten Hag's secret. What is Ten Hag's secret right now? Ten Hag's secret is what is going on with Mason Greenwood. People are saying now he was, Greenwood was spotted in the Carrington. He's in talks with Manchester United board to discuss his future with the club. He is entitled to do so because he's a Manchester United supporter. Looks like he's coming back. Who is happy? I don't know. There's so much greater divide and conquer. We talked about it so many times. I want to move on. But at the end of the day, guys, what are you thinking? Is it like something that the club needs to come out and communicate clear and obvious? What are you planning to do? I start with you, Dan.
For me, I believe that Mason Greenwood, whatever decision actually happens, I do believe that not everyone's going to be happy with it. Some people want Mason Greenwood back at the club, some people don't. I'm one of them fans where I have my own opinion, and I do believe that the public should have an opinion on this situation where Mason Greenwood, we all heard the tapes, we all watched the videos and pictures, and whether it happened or not, it was made, the image was made to be that Mason Greenwood was guilty. But for me, I personally believe that whatever the club make a decision on, I don't believe that they'll just make it out of the blue. They would have spoken to Erik ten Hag, they would have spoken to the players, they would have spoken to Mason Greenwood himself, and they would have made sure that everyone is comfortable with the decision. I do believe that Mason Greenwood is a very talented footballer, but for me, in my opinion, I definitely wouldn't have him back at the club. I just think that it's kind of like the Glazers. If the Glazers wanted to start spending their own money in the club, I think the damage is already done now. And I feel like the Glazers need to obviously leave. Obviously, Glazers out is the message. But I feel like the same is with Mason Greenwood, where the damage is already done. And I feel like that his best option is to leave and start his career elsewhere.
Jarvis, you had your say regarding long time ago regarding this, but if you want to say something, please go ahead, because I'm going to put my spin to it as well. And basically what Dan was saying there, like, you know.
Yeah, but when it comes to Greenwood, I'm very conflicted. You know, it's very... When I think about it, suddenly I think, yeah, of course he should come back. He's not convicted for anything, so he hasn't done anything wrong in the eyes of the law. So we can't stop him coming back. When I think that, it's like, of course he should come back. But then again, I think about the sound clips and what happened.
Yeah, but
and then I started thinking, do we really want United to be associated with that? So I'm very conflicted. It's very hard for me to take a stand.
I disconnect my emotion and feelings and everything, and I look at the 360 holistic perspective. I understand the arguments why and not. That's my job to do. But at the end of the day, I'm going back back to tape what Dan. They made it look worse. You said it yourself, right? We don't know what may not. We don't know if it's fake, if it's real, if it's staged, stuff like that. What do we know? So based on that, people are now throwing stones and judging this person while the person's moved on. So if it was so bad, like raping and stuff like that, I'm just putting out there. Please don't slate me for this. Don't call me anything. I'm just putting out there. Why are they back together? Why did they have a baby together? Why are they starting a family? Is this all for the show? Right? If it was so bad, honest to God, if she was being abused and stuff, she would have walked away and left him a long time ago, wouldn't he? Logically speaking. But now they have baby, they have pictures, they're getting married, starting a family. I don't know. For me, I don't pry on other people's business. I look at the football club in general. So all I'm saying from a footballing perspective, guys, you should not judge the player, but look what the club is doing. So all I'm saying is it's time for the club to come with the statement, to come with an imminent decision what to do, because the window is closing very soon, right? Are you going to send the bloke on loan, or are you going to keep him at the club? That's all. That's it, folks. Does that make sense, people? You know,
I understand where you're coming from, and it is a massive speculation on why are they back together, why have they started a family together, and it is crazy to the fact that it's one of the biggest 180, because you think that after any physical abuse type relationship, normally that they never see each other again.
Yeah, but you also have to think about who is benefiting from smearing a young up and coming Manchester United star, right? It just came out, leaked out, destroyed his career. You got to think of the agenda as well. You got to think about what British press has been doing for years, feeding on this crap, creating this divide. Now, put everything aside and just think, like, you know, this is a human being, what they've been going through. They've been going through the procedures course, stuff like that. We don't know. So all I'm saying is the truth will come out there eventually. But before that, we are so quick to judge. You know, I get that from a certain perspective, that I have children, I have wife, I have 2 daughters and all that stuff. I do. I'm against it. But at the end of the day, who are we to cast the stone and judge? The only person that will judge you at the end of the day is when you die and you come up to heaven, if that is existing. You know what I mean? You will get your punishment. You know, clearly he's been cleared. He's good to go, right? So what's the problem? Is there a problem?
I still think there is a problem, because Mason Greenwood or Harriet, his partner, haven't actually come out and said anything to the public since court. So I do believe that it is a bad look on both of them. And I do believe that to actually put rumours to rest, like we've said here, and then anyone can then make their decision for themselves. But once they actually come out and address what actually happened, because it needs to happen, it doesn't matter whether it was all an act, whether it's a kind of kink that they have where they want to get a bit frisky in the bedroom. We don't know. We don't know.
Youngsters. I don't know what you do in your bedroom, Dan. What kind of games you're playing. I don't know.
I just play FIFA. I just play FIFA. But
you and girlfriend play FIFA instead, right?
We do, yes, we do. I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God.
Instead of playing hiding the banana. Okay.
Nice, Mick. Nice.
All right. No, okay, fine. I'm gonna finish this subject off. I'm gonna kill this off. I agree with William Connolly saying here, let the club decide and let them release the statement in public. But there must be also a purpose from a HR department, from a communication department to say, listen, we are dealt with this. We have the transfer, we have the takeover. This is too much. This is 3 hand grenades in one. And now we're ready to disclose, right? From a talented perspective, we know that Ten Hag needs weapons. He's we've seen it. This guy is a finisher. Like, I'm just saying, if we let him go and he does a madness anywhere else, and people will forget. People will start saying in the fan base, why didn't we let him go, right? So let that sink in. Let the club deal with it. And all we can do as a consumers of the game, if you're not going to support the club if he start playing, then you're not a Manchester United supporter. Honest to God. I'm sorry to be blunt. You support the club no matter what, because there's been far more people doing crimes as well. Are we going to talk? No, I'm not going to go there. Should we close the shop?
Here's a question for you. So obviously I'm one of them fans who still believe that Mason Greenwood shouldn't play for the club again. But realistically, if the club come out and say, right, we're keeping Mason Greenwood and he's going to be a part of the plans for this season, no doubt, if we're playing Manchester City and it's 1-1, 90th minute, and Mason Greenwood scores the winner, everyone's celebrating that goal. So that's something how you've got to look at it as well.
Yeah, true. But all I'm saying is I'm not judging anyone.
No, I understand where you're coming from. And the way I'm judging it now is that right now, in my opinion, where he's currently not playing for the club, obviously he's still licensed as a Manchester United player, but right now he's not playing for the club. Right now, in my opinion, I don't want him playing for the club again. But if Manchester United come out and say, right, we're keeping Mason Greenwood, Erik ten Hag has said he wants to keep Mason Greenwood, and we're going to move on from this. Mason Greenwood's going to do a public statement in a matter of days.
Yeah.
So that will explain everything. Then I'll be like, right, okay, that's fine. I back the manager. I back the football club. I'm not comfortable with it, but it's something that we have to move on from. Okay. We can't hold on for the rest of his career.
Right. Guys, the reason why I'm opening this can of worms is deliberately. I have to make a confession, because I want you to broaden your thinking. Just everyone is so narrow. It's like the racing horse. When you have this laps, you don't see the periphery signing. You see just one track, right? But if you just open up and start thinking around 360, apply logic and reasoning, apply all the facts and reason why certain agenda media is pushing, why this and that, apply everything to the takeover mist and everything, and you start seeing clearer. It's like a manscape, trim the yard to make the bush look bigger. Or what now? What is it? Trim the bush to make the yard look bigger. We gotta move on. People, we don't need this anymore. I'm not the one that's gonna say let him stay, let him go. I see it from a club perspective. That's all I'm going to say. And guess what? We are down to the final piece, the crescendo of the show. The thing is that we're waiting for, people. There is more secrets. And this one, I want to show that nobody thought will happen. We'll see if this will happen, people. We will see. We're talking about a secret weapon that Ten Hag's been scouting, and it's already been also reported. I know this player as well. Jarvis sent me this player as well. Ten Hag's secret, instead of signing Harry Kane, we are talking about the Brazilian wonder kid, Marcos Leonardo, who is worth about 15 million euro. Can you believe this? From grassroots, from Brazilian. This is where Ten Hag was recruiting Anthony dos Santos. He recruited from Argentina. He recruited, who did he recruit from Argentina to Ajax? Lisandro Martinez. They became world players. Here we have a young under 20 that bags shit tons of goals that we are being linked to based on the scouting system. So there might be a reason why we didn't go for Harry Kane. Because of this, we are building a new dawn. Jarvis,
I'll let Jarvis go first.
Yeah, this player came to mind when of course, obviously Fabrizio put out this tweet. So I checked him out. I watched some videos. He looks really good. He's very technical. He has Brazilian flair. He scores a lot of goals. He was the top goal scorer in the Under-20 World Cup lately, and with 5 goals, I think. And he's only 20 years old, and he's been scoring many goals for Santos the last couple of seasons. So he's like a wonder kid, and people who have played FIFA knows his name because he's one of the best players there you can buy, the young prospects. Just a tip. But yeah, and the price, is very cheap. Is at the moment, Roma has a bid in for him. It's 10 million plus 5 add-ons, so it's not much money. And the thing is, Santos has said it's okay. They're okay with the price, but they haven't accepted it yet.
Okay, big up Blue Moon for coming back from Manchester City supporter saying to unproven strikers. We will see about that, my friend. Now you have Haaland with no service. You got rid of 4 or 5 senior players. So I'm not seeing that you recruited one. You signed 1 or 2 signings so far. So I don't know. You let me know if you're on a rebuild after receiving that 3P and Champions League. I just don't feel like, everyone is kind of fed and happy from your side of this city. But you know what? Big up for coming in and having your say. Guys, good evening to you as well, Blue Moon. Good evening as well. Everyone is welcome to have this say. We are, we're here for Premier League football. Dan, you played FIFA. You heard of this kid, right?
I have heard of him, but I've never used him on FIFA. But obviously, FIFA is obviously a video game. But with Santos, I do think that he's. Look, I mean, Jarvis has pretty much already addressed it. He's an upcoming Brazilian wonder kid. Obviously, Mick, going back to what you said, I don't believe that he is. The reason why we didn't get Harry Kane is because we were scouting this guy. I do believe it's completely spin on PR. I do think it's just another wonder kid United are linked to. This is what happens with majority of South American teams.
No. I just know that we stayed away from Harry Kane because of Levy. That's the thing. And we moved on. And I think if you're building a team from the future, you start with young players with Højlund that can play for you for 5-6 years and develop. So Nigel Flynn is saying, don't forget we could have exactly. Caicedo went for 5 million from the grassroots leagues for 5 million. Look what they are demanding for him now: 80, 90, 100 million.
But we wouldn't have made Caicedo the player he is today if we got him for 5 million.
Yeah, the thing is, what I'm trying to say, that people don't forget that Ten Hag, before he was a manager, he was actually a player scout. So he always scouts for players. That's true, But guys, for you that don't know this player, we have a very, very nice surprise for you. I want you to have a look at this. This is a 3-minute clip that's been compiled. Are you ready to do this, people? All right, Definitely. Let's do this. I will add this to the stage. Okay, let's... Obviously, he's 20 years of age, not that tall in stature, people. He's 176 centimeters. His position is center forward. He plays for Santos, right-footed. So you can see his strength here, right? His finishing is immaculate, right? Composure of the ball, fantastic. Off the ball as well, movement, anticipation and acceleration is super fast. The only weakness that he has, of course, is a center forward, right? He's a pure number 9. He's his crossing. He doesn't really need to cross because he plays in the middle. Okay, if you look at the player grades here, Jarvis as well, his dribbling is 8 out of 10, right? Technique, 7 out of 10, right? Finishing is fucking strong, 8 out of 10. Jarvis, long shot, 7 out of 10. Passing, of course, he's a center forward. Passing, 6 out of 10. That's okay, right? Passing.
And you can see also his heading abilities is 7 out of 10, and he's only 174 high, so he's not high. He reminds me really much about Agüero in a way. He's very strong, but he has a low center of gravity.
Yeah, So he has a good spring jump, like a basketball player. You can be 176 but still have a good spring and good leap, right? Tackling 6 out of 10, marking so 3. Yeah, but of course he doesn't have to mark. He's a center forward, right? Heading, as you say, crossing, set pieces. They're very strong at set pieces and penalties. Guys, let's continue.
He was 176.
Yeah. Mental characteristics, like if you see like his mental stuff, we're always talking about the Brazilians and the mental agility, like, you know, the passion they play with, decision making 7 out of 10. How he anticipates the game is very high, 8 out of 10. Concentration levels is top, 8 out of 10. He's always concentrated. Like off the ball, how he works off the ball is 8 out of 10. Positioning, 5 out of 10, right? But still, Jarvis, if you're positioning, if you're center forward, that's okay, right? 5 out of 10.
Yeah, but he's young, you know. He will learn, especially if he comes to United and tenhag. He's very strict on positioning. So
okay,
yeah.
He's got 7 out of 10 in flair. Bravery as well describes 7 out of 10. Leadership still young, as what we say, 5 out of 10. But leadership comes with age and maturity. His work ethic is right up there. He works hard, 7 out of 10. Vision of the game, 6 out of 10. So yeah, it's still under development. Let's continue to see how he plays. Brazili.
Yeah, you can see he has flair. Chips over the goalkeeper.
Oh, look at that perler. You see that shots, his speed, you know, he's cool and composed, Brazilian flair, right? Did you see that? Like even the headers that he's displaying, guys, you know, this is like an exciting me. I don't know what you think, Dan, but you know, so far so good, right?
He seems okay. I do believe that we do hype up a lot of these South American players, but so far, yeah, he looks like he's got a lot to learn. But yeah, he's got that. He's definitely got that poacher's instinct where he does look like he's got a good eye for goal.
Yeah, William saying guys doing chips like tomorrow. Yeah, chippings, 100%. We'll continue watching this. Like, listen. Whoa. Look at this link-up play. Man, come on. Oh. Oh. Oof. Look at that. Yep. Oh yeah, what a volley. It reminds me a little bit of a young Martial running in the channels, like link up and play and very strong and explosive, right? Young version, but with Brazilian flair, to be honest.
Yeah, he's definitely not an out-and-out number 9, but definitely like a
modern. I would say a modern. Yeah. It's a different option. Like you have a Rasmus Højlund, which is a more of a traditional strong number 9. This guy offers something off the bench, like an Anthony Martial, link up play, strong, explosive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
See, strong header.
Yeah. Good set pieces as well. Look at that. Finishing. Whoop. Oi, 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 oi. telling me this is... Ladies and gentlemen, that was the wonderkind Marcos Leonardo. Remember this name. Same agent as actually Junior Pedrosa representing him as well. Junior Pedrosa represents also Anthony Dos Santos, if you didn't know.
Oh, is that his agent? Pedrosa?
He's co-agent. Yeah, Pedrosa, yes.
I thought it was the woman who took over for.
Yes, she is the up and coming, but Pedrosa has a name in the finger. You know, in the market, you can have this woman. What you're talking about? What she took over from? Oh God, what was the name?
She who inherited Raiola's.
Yeah, but she's
clients.
from a European representative. But you know, you have main agents are from Brazil, like, you know. Then you have a co-agent that will represent all the negotiations and talk representatives in the European market. This is how it works, like, because usually these agents, they don't really speak well English, stuff like that. So
Rafaela Pimenta, that's her
Rafaela, yeah, Rafaela, that took over from Mino Riola, all his clients. But he's good. He's super good. He bags in shit tons of goal. He eats gold for breakfast, apparently. Under 20, top talent. Roma is after him. That's why we are talking to Rafaela there as well. She's not his agent. She's just intermediate there, right?
Yes.
But Fabrizio told us this. Hang on. I took away the presentation, but Fabrizio even tweeted it. Manchester United are in for him.
Yeah, and Nottingham Forest and Roma. The problem is Roma needs a striker, and they are looking for Scamacca. They are trying to sign Scamacca, but they can't get him signed. So Inter is trying to sign Scamacca. Actually, they raised their bid today to 27 million or 24 million, but West Ham paid almost 50 for him. So let's see what West Ham is doing. It's very complicated because there's a lot of strikers, and you know you got
It's just come out from Fabrizio Romano. Atalanta are close to hijacking the Scamacca deal for.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, yeah.
So there we go.
It's a scam, Aka.
Yeah, but actually, I would take Scamacca at United. I like him as a player. He's strong. He could be like the vocal point up.
So wait a minute. So West Ham is getting money for that one then, or was it a loan? How was the situation? He played for West Ham, right? Was it a loan?
Yeah. No, they signed him.
How much are they selling him for?
What was the bid from Atalanta? Did they say?
It's 25 million.
25. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So West Ham has money. So no dilly dally. Fucking buy us. You know, sell Scamacca. Get Harry Kane. Get Scott McTominay. Happy days. Hunted or problem solved. Right.
I agree.
It says here that they're accepted. West Ham are prepared to accept the 25 million euro plus 5 million in add-ons euro offer. So around 30 million in total. But yeah, that seems like a good deal.
Okay, RJ, one of our members as well, saying fresh from the press here, Manchester United handed boost in signing Marcos Leonardo as Roma failed to agree payment terms. This is huge. That's breaking news because obviously we've been in for him. Yeah.
Right now? Jesus.
Huh? Yeah.
Things are happening.
I mean, this is the secret Santa that we've been talking about. Like I said, we're not finished yet on the market. And this excites me because I want to sign the somebody that we haven't heard about. But you know, I've heard about this kid, of course. It's the job to do as well. I know his abilities, right? And I demonstrate a little bit of clips what he might bring to the team. But remember, he's 20 years of age. He's still raw, but he bags shit tons, a lot of goals. So this is the signings that I want us to do. I want us to look at more of the Latin American market, the grassroots leagues there. You know, to pick up those gems like a Casado for 5 million. 15, 20.
You know, City got Julian Alvarez for
Alvarez, yeah.
And he looks really good. He was one of the best strikers in the World Cup, and he scored a lot of important goals for City. And he's a great backup striker for Holland. He's even too good to be a backup.
I just want to say something about Julian Alvarez. So
hang on a second. I'm going to finish the point, and then I'll let you speak, Dan. So the trajectory of signing that is low risk, right? Casado you bought for 5, 7. You buy this guy for 15, right? 50 million euros, right? The trajectory, what we've seen so far of these players coming, the value triples, the value like goes up. Strikers are the most in demand and the most prized asset in any club, right? Even if you buy him for 15, doesn't work out, you can sell him for a higher value, 60, 70. But this is the kind of the signings that I want us to do. Forget about all these sexy signings. Go. There's proven elements. There are so much talents in the grassroots, waiting, playing on, barefoot on the streets of Sao Paulo. And they are super good, right? We're not talking about Fred with the fake Brazilian passport. We're talking about the real deals, right? Anyway, guys, sorry, Dan.
Yeah, so with Julian Alvarez, I said something that a lot of City fans called me crazy for, but I believe if Julian Alvarez had the same amount of chances as Erling Haaland, he'd have more goals and assists, because I feel like that Erling Haaland just stays in the penalty area. You see when Julian Alvarez comes on, he helps with the link-up play a lot more. He's actually got a little more low center of gravity. He's literally the Aguero regen. And that's why I liked him when he was at River Plate. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. When Ralf Rangnick was saying, this Julian Alvarez, we need to sign him for Man United, I really wanted him. But City have got a great backup number 2. And I personally believe that Julian Alvarez will have bigger ambitions and actually move to a Barcelona at some point, because I don't think Erling Haaland will actually leave Man City.
Yeah. Okay. Let me finish this point, and I'm going to comment David Main. But I want to pose a question to everyone that's watching, including you, the panel. I see it differently. We definitely need another striker. We can't depend on 20 years old Højlund in the first Prem season. I'm going to be patient with Højlund. And absolutely, you're going to have to be patient with Højlund. He's not a finished article, but he's somebody that everyone rates. All the pundits, rivalry is already talking shit because they're scared, right? They're scared. They know what this kid can do. But guys, I want to pose the question to all of you. Do you see what Ten Hag is trying to do? He's trying to create the next Van Nistelrooys, the next Haalands, by recruiting them fresh. The way he used to do at Ajax, that was his model. Remember what I said? He used to be a scout himself. So he recruited in the grassroots leagues. You don't have to overpay. So you can work with somebody like a Højlund, develop into the next Kane, instead of buying Kane for 100 million. That's why he stepped away, to say, no, we're not going to go this route. We will see at the end of the window. Now the path is more clear, people. You can see it,
But Nick, I'd understand your point if we paid like 30 million for Højlund, but we have.
It's not about paying. It's not about paying, Dan. It's not about paying. It's the way he sees the vision. It's the way he's recruiting for the future. That's what he's doing.
I understand your point, and obviously, like we said with the Santos Brazilian player, that obviously he's linked to 15 million. That's kind of the more Ajax type signing you're referring to, where they make him about a 50, 60 million euro player. But Højlund, obviously, I value him at about 40 million right now. But obviously, we overpaid for
his market value was 45, but then you have a striker drought market at the moment, so and inflation is really real this season. And as I said before, the most valuable asset is strikers at the moment, and that's all.
I understand that, because they get you the goals.
So what I wanted to say, no, you misunderstood my point. It's about the vision. It's about the playing style. It's where you elevate for the next level, right? So he's recruiting this player not for this season, maybe to use as an undercover striker, right, for a couple of games here and there. But this player in next year's season might be ready, blossom room, and all of a sudden, boom. You didn't go and spend 100, 115 on an Osimhen or a Kane or something like that. You bought a player for 15 million euros that is potential to become 150 million euros. You understand my point? This is the way I like it. This is I think it's sexy. I don't know what you're thinking.
I thought you were talking about Højlund. You still talk about the...
No, I'm talking about the Santos, yeah.
Oh, right. That's
Leonardo, sorry.
Because I understood what you... I thought you were talking about Højlund there, so that's where the confusion
was.
was.
Højlund is definitely for the future as well.
Yeah, I understand that. That's what I'm saying. With Højlund, we paid 70 million for him, so that's what I'm saying. So, like, yes, he's one for the future, but we've still overpaid for him. But with the Santos player, I completely agree on that sense. 15 million, definitely.
I don't think we overpaid. I don't think we overpaid at all. I don't think we overpaid because understanding what the player can be. That's the thing. We overpaid in a certain sense that we had money left over. We had astute negotiations, hardcore negotiations with Congatons in the league, right? And we met down in the middle. So you cannot count in the add-ons, right? Because the add-ons are variables, like it's a bonus. If you're a salesperson, I'll pay you the base salary, but the rest you have to achieve. You never count that into the FFP and the budget. You're talking about 60 million. That was the target, 60 million. They wanted 100 million, 90 million. Remember, So we agreed, and this is what I always said on this channel. We agreed and we came to the middle. Everyone, as a buyer, as a seller, everyone is happy, walk away, deal done, right?
Yeah, David Mean says we used to be the club that made world-class player, hungry, determined players under Sir Alex. And yes, we used to do that. We had
and
Rooney,
this is what we're coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, this reminds me of Sir Alex Ferguson when he spotted Ronaldo. He saw him play, he brought him back for nothing. Nobody knew who he was. He was just a raw talent, but look what he turned out to. And this is the path that I see him doing right now in recruiting the Højlund, in recruiting this potentially this Brazilian wonder kid, Marcos Leonardo, right? This is bright. Right?
Here's a question for you guys. This is for Jarvis. This is for the comments, and also for you, Mick. Would you not be interested in keeping Højlund for the for the first few months of the season, and then when Ivan Toney is available to play football again, would you not go for him in January as a backup? Or
if Ivan Toney was on his list, he will go for him, but obviously he's not on the list. I go on what the gaffer wants. This is what I support, right? You know, apparently,
I was asking, in your opinion, would you take Ivan Toney at Man United? That's the only question, not whether we're linked.
Oh yeah, I would love Ivan Toney in Manchester United. I would love to. You know, there's a lot of players I want at Manchester United, but it's a question of, does it fit the system? Because at the end of the day, we are not the scouts, we are not the recruiting managers. We want the best for the club, but at the end of the day, we don't make the signings. We don't pay the money. It's not our money. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to be realistic, right? So I would love to.
Ivan Toney, I'm not convinced by Ivan Toney. He looks. I don't think he's good enough to be a player.
4 likes. Hey! Before you continue, 4 likes from 100 likes. Please smash it right now. It's free. It is absolutely free. You see these greedy little fingers? Don't be glazer fingers. You know, we don't take dividends. Just smash the like, please. Do it now. 100 likes, please. Listen, Jarvis.
Yeah, Ivan Toney, I don't know if he's good enough. For me, he don't have it. I think he's okay. He's a jack of all trades. He's good at everything, but he's not super in anything. So for me, he's not the player I want. I would like the striker to be more passionate. I think he looks like a little bit distant when he plays. He's very relaxed, of course, but for me, he's not the one.
Okay.
But why do you like him then?
I just think that, well, one, he's an upgrade on what we currently have in Martial. So that's the first one. And plus, I think that the fact that he's a lot similar to the way we've recently signed Højlund is that he's 6'2". He's very good in the air. He's Premier League proven. And I believe that he's a big fish in a small pond. I think he's a lot better than the actual team at Brentford are. And I do feel like that Ivan Toney is a very good player, and I would definitely take him at Man United. I just think the fact that his special technique in the curved, low-driven shot, and he just always seems to find it in the bottom corner, which makes it impossible to save. He is an absolute nightmare for defence by running at you, and he's big, he's strong. And I just feel like that when you've got a player like Bruno Fernandes who will be supporting him, I feel like that'd be a great partnership that we could have. And especially if it takes Højlund, because we said that Højlund is one for the future, he could definitely. Ivan Toney's ready and now, and that's where I believe that the impatience of my behalf is that I kind of want a striker that will score us goals now, and I believe Ivan Toney, Premier League proven, and would be good for us.
I don't agree with this Premier League proven nonsense shit. Let me
just. I understand that, but look at Scamacca for West Ham. He's literally been at the club for a season now. He's being shipped off because he's not.
He was not a success at all. That's the thing. Like, some people are overhyping certain things, but what I am trying to land on certain things is the way Ten Hag, secret weapons, whatever. This show is about what Erik Ten Hag is cooking. That is his kitchen, people. You know, don't forget, the title is about what Ten Hag is cooking. At the end of the day, what he sees is probably not what you see, Dan. But at the end of the day, he's the gaffer. He's the one that sends the troops out to play. We are just the consumers of the game. We want to be entertained. I understand that. But what I'm trying to say, that even reports coming out to say that Højlund was priority striker before Goncalo Ramos. Goncalo Ramos was on that list. He went to PSG. What does that tell you? The gaffer has massive faith in Højlund. He sees something that you probably don't see. And this is what I'm trying to say. This goes down to the way Sir Alex Ferguson used to recruit as well. He saw talent. He brought him in and made him to world beaters. And I believe that this is Ten Hag's kitchen, and this is what is cooking. We just have to wait and see. This is what I want to land at, Dan. You know what I mean?
I understand, and I'm not disregarding Højlund. I do believe that he's again a very good player. I've done a video on my channel talking about the strengths and weaknesses of him. I do believe he's a very good player. But what I was just saying was that so many people are talking about him and they fear him because they know that United now got a good striker and they do fear us, and that's why people are trying to shut it down.
Yeah, we've been lacking that striker. Højlund. Danish Viking. Woohoo! The Earl is here. Earl.
Can we say Højlund?
Lisa want to come in and say correctly. I will share the link. I want you to educate people how you pronounce Højlund. I will share the link for Lisa to come in. If you don't have to show your face, just pronounce it. Please put this one to bed. I'm pasting it here. Lisa, come say how you absolutely pronounce the stream.
I thought it was Rasmus Højlund. That's what I thought it was. But obviously,
I posted this link especially for Lisa Jensen to come in to educate people how you actually say in your language, Højlund. Please welcome. We are waiting.
But the thing is, what we actually are discussing at the moment is we need a striker. We need a second striker because we don't have a striker at the moment. We have Højlund, and he's the only one. What if Højlund is injured? We're stuck with Anthony. Martial. Yeah, but Martial is also injured. We
got the voodoo doctor from Arsenal. Apparently,
we have no striker at the moment. That's the biggest problem, and I'm very worried that this will be the only striker because we need another striker.
That's what I believe the Greenwood would say.
This is what I was saying. So obviously, Mick, you said before about how you believe that Erik ten Hag has this faith in Rasmus Højlund. But what I wanted to say to you is that at the start of the window, Erik ten Hag made it clear that he wanted two strikers. It was Harry Kane, his first choice, and Højlund to be backup striker.
I know.
So it does show that Højlund is that future striker. Højlund was always a part of the plan, but it's just that is he ready now? And that's the thing, because you look at Antony from last season. Obviously, didn't make it very successful. You look at Sancho the season before, again not.
Can I ask a question? Just because you make your plan, God always laughs at your plan. Does your plan always turn out the way you planned it in life?
Not necessarily, no. But the plans are there to be made, and you have to have vision. You can't just go.
I'm talking from Erik ten Hag's Old Trafford. Yes, 100%. That was the plan originally, right? His plan was to get a Kane and a Højlund, two strikers. I agree. Plans changed. Does that mean that it's bad? No, I think it's good, actually, because this shows you also that Martial is not leaving. God forbid. I like Martial, but if it's a fit, you cannot rely. But that is just sort of your backup, because we recruiting this voodoo doctor, right? Sorry, I'm talking. Hang on a second. Let me land on this one. Listen. So what's to say that Martial can come in and do a few games, right? Off the bench. What's this to say? We still have experience. What's this to say that Mason Greenwood stays as well? You have firepower. Now you have 4 people, rotational striker. What if then you recruit this for 15 million? What Sally's saying, it's not a massive fee. What Sally's saying, I agree with Sally 𝑷𝒉𝒊𝒔𝒉 saying. It's not massive fee, but worth taking a chance. Dan James we got for 17. We sold him for 30, right? That was a chance. Yeah. We got Peter coming in. Peter. Alien Tenno, is it Peter?
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Come on, man.
Peter, how you going, man? Alien Tenno in the house, people. Debut.
Go on, Reds.
Beautiful, Peter. Listen, Pete, big old Pete, what are you saying, mate? Thanks for all your super chats and donation. It's good to see you in flesh. Can you hear us, Pete?
Yeah, I can, mate. I've got a slight lag again. I had it on Noordine's stream a couple of days ago. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to buy a webcam because I'm using my mobile phone.
Oh, fantastic, Pete. So what's you saying, mate? Are you going up to Dublin by any chance?
No, I'm at OT tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to Old Trafford. Big up, man. It's going to be huge. You're going to see the unveiling of Højlund.
Rasmus in the shadows.
Fantastic.
Do we have a song for Højlund yet? We don't have a song.
I think we're going to find out tomorrow, Jarvis. What I'll do, Mick, from OT tomorrow, I'll update you on Telegram.
Yeah,
send some vids as it goes on.
Yeah,
and
yeah. Anyway, fantastic. So, are you excited by the signings, by the way, so far? And what do you reckon? What I was saying, that does this remind you of the way Ferguson used to recruit?
The wife. Mick, I'm not too gassed about the signings. You know what? Right, listen. I mean, we paid £60 million for Mason Mount, basically for one season. Well, we could have said to him, a gentleman's agreement, join us in 12 months' time, and you're gone for zero. Yeah, that £60 million could have been put to buy Kane. Admittedly, that Kane could join us for free, but in the meantime, Kane's going to give you 30 plus goals, plus 8 assists. What is Mount going to give us for that money? Yeah, what, 5 goals if he's lucky? Has Mount actually scored more than 5 goals in the season?
I don't know.
So it's the balance, yeah. So if you're going to buy Rasmus Højlund, who's unproven in the Premiership, I'll just say this name to you. Yeah. Remember 𝒖𝒄𝒌 𝑹𝒖𝒂𝒍𝒊𝒔𝒉? And he crashed and burned at OT. Yeah. So if we put that pressure on Rasmus in the first season, this guy could be a dead man walking even before he's kicked the ball. He needs help.
He needs
help. And tutorage to help him.
100%. And we have protection there as well. And we have Benny McCarthy as the best striker coach as well. We have senior players that can guide him. You have the likes of fellow countrymen, Danish, experienced player in the, we're talking about Christian Eriksen and stuff like that. And I absolutely beg the fans, don't have too much high expectations, because as well that I know the Twitter fans are the most toxic fans. They can flip on a where the wind blows. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's a saying. What do you say? They're sitting on the fence, right? Just waiting for some misery to happen, waiting for a slip up and put the knife in you.
You know what, Mick, right, Jarvis and Dan? How you doing, Dan, as well? Apologies, not introduced myself yet. You know what was palpable at Old Trafford last season, especially towards the end, was Erik ten Hag's lack of proactive subs when we needed them. This guy, Erik ten Hag, at times is that stubborn, he could get himself sacked because like Garnacho in the FA Cup final, brings him on for 10 minutes. If he'd have brought him on with 20 minutes to go, a lot of Man City fans and players have said they were shit scared of Garnacho. We could have actually won that game. And sometimes Erik ten Hag has got to take a step back himself and go, you know what, I don't know everything about the game. Sometimes someone needs to educate me into the game.
Big up. You even super chatted yourself here right now, but you're on the stream, right? Seriously. I've never seen that happen. Good stuff. Listen, as we're about to close the shop here, let's transition and talk about the game tomorrow. Do we have any expectations other than a win? Do we see? Are we going to see the, or will it be more in Dublin that we will see, the senior players playing 90 minutes?
Yeah,
apparently. Sorry, guys. I'll just say this before I go because my wife's in bed. She was screaming at me. He's like, because unfortunately, as you get older, you can't scream instead of talking. I think he's going to play 2 teams. Half of the proper team tomorrow, half of the proper team on Sunday. Yeah. Now, according to Ricky from the United stand, he will drop Varane and Martinez because he thinks Evans and Lindelof are better.
Ricky.
And then he went, it gets better. He went on further to say he dropped Casemiro and put Scott McTominay in Casemiro's role. Is like,
oh, Ricky.
You know what's scary for me, Mick? Ricky's only a couple of years older than me, and I'm thinking, is this Alzheimer's setting in for him? Is this my fate?
Ricky. No,
So-
but
Ricky, really, he's almost like a character when he's on that show. You know, all his opinions is controversial. It's just like he tries to be controversial.
But is it do you think it's his real opinions, or is he been told to be that role?
I don't know. You know what? People are calling him Ricky 𝒖𝒄𝒌 on the stream.
I've spoken to Ricky. I've spoken to him a few times. He's been on my channel as well, and we've had a few conversations. And there was a viral clip that went out of him last season where he said that he would rather keep McTominay and Weghorst and get rid of Bruno Fernandes and McTominay. Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. And when I first saw that, I was like, he's completely lost it. But when you think about it, Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes are one of the first players on the team sheet, and whether they play good or bad, they're always in the next game. Weghorst and McTominay don't have to play every single week. So with Ricky, he's kind of just saying that with these players in Evans and Lindelof, he's not saying that they're better than Lindelof. They're not better than Martinez and Varane, but the fact that Evans and Lindelof can also be just as good against certain opponents, I believe.
Anyway.
No, sorry, Dan. No, Evans is shit, mate. He's shit. Evans wouldn't sign for my local team, Chester FC. They're in the 6th tier of the football pyramid. The geezer's gone. He's gone like he's not Premier League standard. Like, you understand what I'm saying? He's just not there.
I said before on the show that I don't believe that we should be keeping Johnny Evans. But what I'm saying is right now that Johnny Evans seems to be here right now to be getting rid of Harry Maguire, because it's literally like when you divorce the missus and then you still keep the house together. Then she comes back off a date off Tinder and she goes start and do the business upstairs, and you're just sat there watching Coronation Street in your living room. That's literally what it's like with Maguire. Yeah. So it's not.
I get you, mate. I get you, but right before I go, guys, I'll just say this. There's one thing I noticed, because I sit in the Alex Ferguson stand, so I get the side-on view and a nice top view of the game. Luke Shaw is a problem at Man United, and I tell you why. You watch him carefully. This guy always drifts from the left into the centre of midfield. You get a team that play a diagonal ball, i.e. Arsenal and Saka, and they give it to him, we lose a goal. And you can go back and watch games, and you'll see when we've lost goals down the left-hand side, Luke Shaw has lost his man. He's been ghosted. Listen, he is a big problem. That left back.
Is that recently or has it always
been? No, it's been going on for a long time. Okay. And Noureddin touched on it a few years ago. Every time Luke Shaw has a good season, he signs a contract and then he goes AWOL. Every time. Malacia is more. We need, if we're going to play with Onana in goal, being eyed up the pitch, i.e. basically Onana from his 18-yard box playing high balls, we need pacey players to cover any mistakes. Luke Shaw has not got the pace of Malacia.
No,
that's how Dalot hasn't got the pace of Wan-Bissaka. The only weak link in our back four is Varane, because he hasn't got the pace.
Yeah, but that's how I see a little what you're trying to say. But at the same time, we are playing with inverted fullbacks as well right now, drifting more into the middle. So that's going to play a big part this season as well. Another thing is to mention what you said as well. Okay, for the future, we still have Malacia, who is young, but you also have Alvaro Fernandez. And Alvaro Fernandez, which absolutely what I've seen so far. Oh my God!
Nick, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go.
Brilliant.
It's okay, we're going to wrap up.
I'm going to go.
I'm going to go. And just one more thing, Mick. This is what I don't like. Especially with Luke Shaw. I haven't got an agenda against Luke Shaw. I just don't think he's Man United quality. When we have a corner, especially when it's our right-hand side, the opposition's left-hand side, Luke Shaw goes all the way from his position to take the corner. If that corner goes, that their goalkeeper gets the ball, punches it out, or the defender punches it out, we have got a false left-back covering this position. So I don't see the logic in having the player out of position when you're in a set piece and you could be vulnerable to a counter attack. I don't get that. And that's another thing Erik ten Hag needs to address.
Yeah. Listen, thanks for coming in and have a say. We got to close
the show.
Dan left, but I just want to finish
Cheers,
off
guys.
with no, wait a minute. Stay. Hang.
Okay.
You know, I got some breaking news regarding Fred, why he doesn't want to play for Fenerbahce.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, Fenerbahce is a Turkish team, right?
Yeah.
He quoted, you know why I don't want to play for the Turkish team? He said, every time they get a corner, they open up a kebab shop.
Fred. Pastor Fred, man.
Pastor Fred. That was a joke. We have a super chat coming in all the way from Sweden. Thank you, Jonathan Liljenberg, for tack så mycket.
Anyway, guys, I've got to go. I've got to get ready for the game tomorrow.
Yeah, have a good experience, mate.
See you on
game.
Whatever.
Cheers, buddy. We're going to round up the stream. Thank you, Ellen Tanner. Thanks to see you in flesh, my friend. Thank you for all your donations. Okay, he just disappeared. Anyway, we're just going to finish up with a super donation from Jonathan Liljenberg from Sweden. Tack så mycket, Jonathan. Tack så mycket. How you saying that? Tusen tack. Theo Hernandez. I mean, you mean Theo Hernandez would be amazing. And Alfonso Davies. Yes.
Yeah, I think that will be the next thing we will do. I think Ten Hag will look at his fullbacks and try to improve them when we have the midfield and the strikers.
But isn't it Alvaro Hernandez, not Theo Hernandez?
Oh, Theo, that's the guy who plays in AC Milan.
Oh, yeah, AC Milan. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, I thought he was talking about some of.
But they're true. They're brothers.
Yeah, okay.
One plays in Real Madrid and one plays in AC Milan. If I'm right.
Oh, I see. Or maybe the future is the bloody, what do you call them? The the twins that we were recruiting from Manchester City. The what's his name?
Oh, the
Fletcher twins. The Fletcher twins.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, thank you so much, Jonathan Lidgeberg. Thank you for everyone for it was so good to see Peter. Like Alien Tenor has been the massive contributor to this channel as well. We have a final question from Red G. Mick and Jarvis, do you think Mount will be a starter this season? Yeah. You?
Well, that's actually a good question, because if we sign Amrabat, you think about it. Because I think Amrabat is so good that he will start almost every game as long as he's available. So we have Amrabat, we have Casemiro, and we have Bruno.
Yeah.
So where is Mount going to play? Are he going?
I don't know. I saw the face of Ten Hag when he was asked the question. He was absolutely over the moon. He got his kid. He spotted him when he was 19 years of age in Eredivisie. Ever since then, he wanted him. So he got his play over the line. So I think he will stick to Mason Mount in various positions. What I really like about Mason Mount, when I look at him off the ball, how aggressive and tenacity, like, the way he presses. And this plays a big part. Like, I don't expect him to score bad goals, but he's got time to improve under that department as well. I don't know what you think, Jarvis, but that's just the way I see it.
Yeah, I see people here say that Casemiro will play less, and actually that's a possibility, because he's getting older and he needs his rest. Maybe we will see a better Casemiro if he only play like every other game.
Because they were all overplayed last season, right? This time around, you got to understand, we are looking for rotation. Keep the squad fresh. If you want to play like a City is always have fresh legs because they rotate. Have a massive squad, and this is what
we know the Pep roulette, and maybe we will this season see the Ten Hag roulette. Maybe he will try to rotate his players, because we have Champions League, we have all the cups, we have. We will play every third day or fourth day.
Yeah. Listen, we will close the VR room right now. We'll close for any super chats and chats. Thank you for donating. The headline of today and the topic today, Jarvis, has been what's Ten Hag cooking? All the ingredients, what we've been covering. I hope it's been educational. It's not, we looked at a grassroots player, which excites me and kind of reminds you to, think a little bit. Like, this is the way the old Manchester United used to be. Like, if you're old enough, you're good enough. Don't you forget that DNA as well, people. That's me having my say, and I give him back the day. More Snickers to Jarvis, please.
Oh, Snickers.
Okay. Listen, we are excited about the game tomorrow. I'm not sure if we're going to do a live. Should we do something, a live watch along to see Rasmus Højlund coming in the pitch, or what do you reckon?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Why not? Okay.
I'm in.
I'm in. More Snickers. Damn, I owe you Snickers. Listen, people, thank you for tuning in. It's been a fantastic show, almost 2 hours. We had Alien Tenor coming in with a surprise, donating a lot of super chats. Oh, thank you for everyone that's been donating. Thank you, Fatty Donut, for gifting members, Alien Tenor for your super chats as well. Also, Nigel Flynn for your super chat, and Jonathan Lindenberg, and everyone that becomes a member. Are we 100 likes, please? Have we achieved our target, Jarvis? Do you know that?
Yeah, I can have a check, but right now, as we speak, we have 114 likes. Yoo-hoo!
It's time to go. It's time to close the shop. It's time to take care of the family. Okay. Listen, we will watch the game tomorrow. We will see if we do this kind of little bit of a watch along. Good night to you, Lisa Jensen, as well. Sorry, we were kind of expecting you to educate us how to say Højlund, but I guess we did it right. Tomorrow is Højlund Day, definitely. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Salary. Cheers, everyone that's tuning in. And peace, love, and what do we say, Jarvis?
We say go bananas or onana. I'm not sure what's the thing now. Do we say bananas or onana?
Oh, we say no. Peace, love, onana. We will mix it up.
Okay. Peace,
all right.
love, onana.
Jarvis, good to see you again. And we are back. See you guys tomorrow, guys. Please, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all your donations. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. Join the Realist community by becoming a member. Join the Telegram group chat as well. That's it. You know, if you go down in the video description, you have the link to Telegram. You will see all these amazing people that are in the VR room. Interact, chat with them. Jarvis is there. I'm there. And off we go. Please, guys. Jarvis, it's been a lengthy stream. I am dying. Good night, people. That's all, folks. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye. And glory, Manchester United. Oh, yeah, but what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
Mick Ruby Classic 3-1.
3-1. 3-1. Close the shop. Bye. Hi.
That's all, folks.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.